What's up, IGN? Welcome to another Game Scoop news break. Tomorrow, the time-shifting puzzle game Braid will be released on Xbox Live Arcade, and while we love the game, Hillary Goldstein gave it an 8.8, we have to raise an eyebrow, like this, at the game's $15 price tag. It's pushing the limit of what we'd like to pay for a downloadable title. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come. Over in Japan, Square Enix recently held an obtusely named private party called DK Sigma 3713, or our own party animal Jeff Haynes was on the scene. Here he is with his full report.
Hey guys, Jeff Haynes here, and I'm at the Harajuku Quest building where Square Enix is holding their DK Sigma 3713 private party. Translated, that means Dissidia, Kingdom Hearts, Sigma Harmonix, and of course, Final Fantasy 13. Behind me is some of the concept art for Final Fantasy 13, and inside, if you can hear that low rumbling, are some of the game trailers and demos that are going to be shown for these anticipated upcoming titles. Let's go take a look. We're now in the main hall where the countdown has begun to the game announcements and the game trailers being shown on the main screen behind me. To my left is going to be Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. It's a very interesting Kingdom Hearts game because it features 4-player competitive wireless play. It's going to be a really intriguing title for DS fans. Next to that is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. It's a really cool new adventure within the Kingdom Hearts franchise. A lot of new characters, including some new worlds. Really interesting. Over next to that is Dissidia Final Fantasy, which is a new mix of fighting and action RPG elements with all of the classic Final Fantasy characters that you know. And finally is Sigma Harmonix, which is a funky mix of a card battle game and a music title. It's going to be a really intriguing title for DS fans. Obviously, Square has a lot of cards up its sleeve for the rest of 2008 and 2009.
So Jeff, what's the deal? I didn't see any Final Fantasy 13.
Well, they didn't actually have any of it playable, and they only had trailers there, but Final Fantasy 13, of course, is the one with lightning. They showed some very interesting sweeping shots from CG to in-game footage, which was really cool. Versus 13 was kind of new, a little bit early in development, but they did show some of the new characters, and Vegeta is almost a militaristic style title with a resistance unit. It's kind of fighting off this invading kingdom, so it's a really cool take on that kind of strategy and that kind of a tale. And the other plus is that Final Fantasy 13 is going to be a demo coming in the Blu-ray of Advent Children.
Ooh, fantastic.
It's going to be March 2009.
Cool. Well, usually we would end the show with Greg Miller freaking out. Jeff, would you mind freaking out for us?
Sure. OMG, Final Fantasy 13s!